EU Power Stadium in the city of Monza in Italy. We are here for the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League between Football Club Barcelona and English side Manchester City. Today, two of Europe's top powerhouses and most informed teams will battle it out on the pitch for a ticket to the semi-finals of this competition. And alongside me to commentate this absolute crack of a game is Emma Byrne, former goalkeeper for Ireland and Arsenal. Emma, this is when it gets real for Barca and when they have to prove they're in it to win it.
Absolutely, Amy, and what a game I hope this is going to be. As you've just mentioned, two powerhouses in women's football. Man City have been in unbelievable form recently. They're coming into the game expecting to win, the same as Barca have been in unbelievable form, and of course they're expecting to win. They don't know any other way, and I think it's going to be a super game to watch.
Well, there we see Luis Cortes's starting 11 with Paños in goal, back four Marta Torrejón, Pereira, Mapileón and Leila, midfield for Aitana, Patri, Alexia, and up front Hansen, Oshoala and Mariona. Whilst Gareth Taylor has put this 11 with Roebuck in goal, back four Bronze, Dahlkemper, Greenwood, Morgan, midfielder Mewis, Walsh and Weir, and up front Kelly, White and Hemp. Emma, the big surprise in the starting 11, especially for Manchester City, is not seeing Horton, who's out injured.
Yeah, this is going to be a massive loss for Man City. Their captain, their stonewall at the back. She's very, very consistent for them. She's the leader of the team. Apart from that, she's a very, very accomplished centre-back. They like to play out through her. She's the one that they look for to get on the ball. She's got really, really good passing range. So for me, it's a massive loss for Man City, and definitely one that they wish they didn't have to worry about. But unfortunately, they do. So hopefully, we'll see her. Well, we might see her back for the second leg.
So due to that, Dahlkemper has stepped in her position with Greenwood and the youngster Morgan playing as left back. Who is in the starting 11 is Lucy Bronze, who she hadn't played in the last two games. So good to see her there. And for Football Club Barcelona, well, Jennifer Hermoso, she is in the bench after sustaining an injury. She got the all clear just before this game, so hopefully we'll see her in the second half. And as you can see, the referee, Teff Olofsson of Sweden, is about to kick off this absolute cracker of the game, and she blows the starting whistle. Today, Barca will look to qualify for the fourth semi-final in the last 5 years and have reached the stage after thrashing Danish side Fortuna Herring 9-0 on aggregate, while City did their job by comfortably beating Fiorentina 8-0. And if you're wondering what we're doing in Italy, well, we are here because of COVID restrictions for flights that come in from the United Kingdom. Therefore, unfortunately, today we can't play in the Stade Johan Cruyff, which brings this side so much luck, as they never lost there since their opening game back in September of 2019. Emma, how much of a disadvantage is this for Barca? Because the 26 games they've played there, no defeats.
Yeah, it's a massive, massive disadvantage for them. You know, the Jordi Cruyff Stadium the Johan Cruyff Stadium is their fortress. It's their backyard. And as you've just said, it's very, very difficult to beat Barca in their home ground because they have never lost there. So yeah, for me, it's a massive disadvantage. And you know, playing at home in the Champions League, it is a massive thing, and you have to keep a clean sheet, and you know, it's something that it's an advantage for you as well as a club. So you know, I think to even up the grounds, that both teams should have to play away from home.
Yes,
in the second leg as well, Man City should have to play in Italy again.
Yes, we talked about actually just before kick-off that it's a bit surprising that only one of the games will be played in neutral ground. And he actually, Atletico Madrid faced Chelsea as well due to these same restrictions, and they drew 1-1, meaning that, well, they were out of the competition after losing in England. So hopefully it'll bring a bit more luck for Barca today. As now we see here, Pereira with the ball, sends it to Mappy. Leila, back to Mappy.
It's interesting, you can see that Man City they aren't pressing extremely high. They're gone to their usual formation of 4-1-4-1 with Ellen White up there on her own, who you'll see working very, very hard, covering a lot of space to try and close it down.
That's a good ball there, but Mariona couldn't send it to Oshuala, and it's now Manchester City looking to build. It's now Mariona who's dropped down to get in contact with that one. But City, they'll recover it quickly. Well, Barca continue making headlines as they're unstoppable in the league. They've won all of their 20 games and have scored a frightening 99 goals and conceded only 3. But as Emma, you said at the beginning of this game, it won't be an easy task today against Manchester City, who are going from strength to strength after a big investment in the summer with the signings of world-class players and also a new manager. And because of these changes, well, they had a bit of a slow start, but things are clicking in for them now. And they have won all of their last 10 league games and a real force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it was difficult for them at the start because of the new players, and they needed to gel a little bit, but they've definitely done that. And for me, one of the best, if not the best teams in the UK, and they're really coming into form, particularly so with their wide players, Hemp and Kelly, who are very, very dangerous, and something that Barca will need to look out for and need to stop the ball getting to these wide players.
Well, City, who are currently sit second in their league, they've won 13 games, drawn 3, and only 1 defeat, which was against Chelsea. They're the only team actually that have been able to beat them this season in other competitions as well. And they have the best attack after scoring 54 goals and the best defense, only 8 goals conceded. But as we well know, well, Barca in the league clearly dominating. So, Emma, is this Barca's first real test of the season against a team that we know, yes, so they lost against Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals of the Spanish Super Cup, but Atletico weren't playing that day. They just sat back and knew they didn't have any chance to beat Barca, so they were trying to get the game to the penalties. But today, it's a different situation. City will go for the win, just as Barca will.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've always said it, Champions League is a completely different ball game. It's the same when I was at Arsenal. We won domestic leagues, domestic cups with ease, but as soon as you step into the Champions League, it's completely different. And because Barca have had weak teams to get to this stage of the Champions League, this is their first test realistically. And I've said it before, I often worry about Barca because they don't get challenged enough in the domestic league. And as you just said, this is going to be a test for them. I hope they can stand up to the challenge because it's going to be a completely different game than what they've experienced so far this year.
Well, let's see now. Mapi Leon driving the ball forward, gives it to Leila. Leila will have a lot of work on that left side today with Bronze and also Kelly as well with Mewis. I mean, lots of strength in Manchester City, but hold on, because Hansen has gone past Morgan. It's still Hansen. Hansen in the box. Tries a shot, but well blocked by Greenwood. Still Hansen puts in the cross. No one in the far post. And the ball goes out. And we said before this game, Emma, that Morgan there is well, she'll have a lot of trouble fighting against Hansen.
I'm not sure why Gareth Taylor has moved Greenwood in. Obviously, I know they need a centre back, but for me, the area they need to cover is that left back position. Morgan is very inexperienced. She's young. She hasn't played that much for Man City. And for Barca, Graham Hansen is the most dangerous player, so it's a bit strange for me to put a player like Morgan out there. But you could just see the amount of space on the right-hand side. Man City are playing very, very narrow, which again is strange for me because Barcelona love to play the ball out wide. They love to play and get the ball out to the wide players, and especially Hansen, and for them to get a 1v1 situation.
Well, let's see if Hansen today will take advantage of that. Morgan, she's only 20 years old and has only played 8 games this season. And as well on the bench, they have Demi Stokes, who used to be their usual left back. So a bit of a surprise there for Gareth Taylor making those changes. Stokes, it is true, she hasn't played as of late, so we'll see what will happen on that right side. Now a long ball trying to get to Oshuala. Good clearance by the American Dahlkemper. Now back to Brond. Plays it to Mewis. Good defending there by Alexia Mariona, who recovered the ball. Alexia drives forward. Has Mariona on her left. Yes, she picks her out. Mariona tried the ball back to Alexia, but Brond just managed to block it. Barca still in possession though with Pereira. It's now Mapi León.
Yeah, at the moment we're seeing Barca enjoying a lot of possession, and Man City are standing off them a little bit, which surprises me quite a bit. They're also playing quite deep. I think they're very aware of the strengths of Asisat Oshuala. She's extremely quick, and you can see that Barca are trying to play that ball over the top of the Man City defence, which is something they don't normally do. They like to play short passes and triangular passes, and they're actually trying to lift the ball to get it in behind Man City. So Man City are dropping a little bit, leaving so much space in the midfield. Too much space for their midfield to cover.
Well, there we see exactly what you were commentating, Emma. And now it's Pereira singing it to Marta Torrejón on the right side. It's Marta against Morgan. Well, Marta tried the cross to Oshuala, but it went directly out.
Yeah, you can see Barca don't really have the numbers in the box there, but Roebuck there didn't look very comfortable. She kind of clambered across the goal because it wasn't so wide. Torrejón there does really, really well to get doing overlapping runs past Graham Hansen, and it's very, very difficult for Morgan. She doesn't know whether she has to cover Hansen or stay in position for Torrejón's overlapping runs.
Well, for sure, Barca will try and attack that right side, taking advantage of Morgan. And now it's Alexia. Alexia looks up, decides to send it back to Mapi León. Mapi to Pereira. It's now Marta. Barca in possession right now. Aitana with Kelly. It's now Alexia. Alexia tried the pass to Mariona, but City recover well the ball. It's now Brond.
It was really good closing down from Barca. Man City just cannot seem to get a grip of the game at all. They haven't been able to keep the ball for more than 3 or 4 passes, which is something that they won't be used to. Barca just closing them down very, very quickly, forcing them into errors.
It's now Mariona. Sends it back to Mapi León. And Emma, how important is it to get a good result today to go back next week on Wednesday in the second leg in Manchester with a good result?
Well, Barca 100% need to keep a clean sheet. That for me is the most important thing. They cannot concede a home goal and afford Man City an away goal, that's for sure. If they keep a clean sheet here, that's a massive advantage for them. Even if they don't get the result they want, a 0-0 here is a massive advantage for Barca. But just judging by how the game is going so far, they'll be very disappointed if they don't get a result, a 1-0, 2-0 here today, because they're absolutely bossing this game. Man City at the moment just haven't got hold of the ball. Positionally, they're getting stretched. The midfield, which is what they depend on, aren't on the ball. They haven't got on the ball at all. They haven't passed between themselves, which is a really good sign for Barcelona. So, you know, judging by the start of this game, Barca, you know, they'll be looking to score at least 1 or 2 goals here.
Well, hopefully the first one will come in this action. First corner for Barca. But Hansen sends it back to Marta, who puts it in. Mapi tries the header. But City clear it away. Now Aitana trying to bring the ball down. Patri does it. And Morgan will send that ball out. So Barca in possession. And well, City have had a whole week to prepare this game. The last match was last Wednesday, actually, against Bristol City. They won 3-0. Whilst Barca played on Saturday away against Rayo Vallecano, they won 4-0, thanks to goals by Kanakorcevic, Oshuala, Hamraoui and Martins. But hold on, because Alexia with the ball gives it to Hansen. Hansen 1v1, still Hansen. Hansen puts the shot, but it was blocked, I think, actually by Oshuala. I'll have to see the replay, that one.
No, they're absolutely destroying them,
Morgan completely, well, bossed by Hansen there.
Alex Greenwood. Alex Greenwood making a huge mistake there. She just looks so uncomfortable playing in that position. It's like the ball is like a hot potato. And for me, again, putting her in there as centre-back has been a big mistake. She's very comfortable in left-back. She's been playing there. Obviously, she's been playing there a lot recently. That is her position. So I think Gareth Taylor may have to regroup and reorganise his team a little bit.
Well, Barca with a great start in this first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It's now Pereira, back to Baños. Mappy sends the ball forward to the middle of the park. While Alice Greenwood there knocks Alexia from the back. So foul in favour of Barca. And the first yellow card of the game, Alice Greenwood. Well, that as well, Emma, is a disadvantage and a big problem for City.
Yeah, I mean, it is a blatant foul. She comes through the back of her there. But yeah, you have to be very, very careful when you see the yellow cards coming out, especially for a defender. I mean, we're only in the 14th minute. It's a long way to go. And a needless foul to give away at that stage. It's on the halfway line. You don't have to give a foul away. The only thing Alexia can do is either flick it on, which you could see there were no players around her, so it was a little bit of a silly foul there by Alex Greenwood.
Well, we could see the graphics there. They'd given the yellow card to Weir, but I suspect that was a mistake, as clearly Alex Greenwood was the one who put the foul. But hold on, because Oshuala there with Barca's first real chance of the match. And a good foot there by Roebuck. But still Barca in possession. It's now Hansen inside the box. Hansen takes the shot, and it just goes wide. But what a great shot that was by Hansen.
What a chance, by the way, for Oshuala. Oshuala will be kicking herself here, because these are the situations she thrives on. Really big mistake, again, by Lucy Bronze, a very experienced player who shouldn't be making these mistakes, straight into the path of Oshuala. But what a great save by Roebuck. She did really well to stand up and spread herself. You know, keeping a clean sheet for her side obviously is very important, and she's done that really, really well so far. So another great chance by Hansen as well. You're expecting to see the net rattling there, because she scores from those positions.
What a great save there by Ellie Roebuck, the 21-year-old goalkeeper, who has gained the position of starting goalkeeper back in 2017-18, when the legend Karen Bardsley got injured, and while she slowly took a spot. And Emma, you think very highly of Karen Bardsley as well.
Yeah, I do. I really like her as a goalkeeper. I think it would have been extremely difficult to displace her. So Ellie Roebuck has done extremely well. I think Ellie Roebuck is a fantastic keeper and a huge talent for Man City. But for me, I don't understand why Karen Bardsley is happy to sit on the bench. She needs to play, because she's lost her position for the English team as well because of it. So I'll be very, very surprised if she continues to stay at Man City and stay sitting on the bench.
Actually, in this winter transfer market, she left to go on loan to Reign in America, on loan. So maybe to try and get those minutes that you're talking about, Emma, and try and regain her #1 spot, especially with the Lionesses.
Yeah, she needed minutes, but she has sat on the bench for a long time, and she needed to get out there to get experience. But I mean, I just can't see a way back from her. She needs to sign permanently for another team. I don't think she's going to get minutes here at Man City.
Well, credit for Roebuck, but hold on, because she'll have to intervene probably here. It's Hansen taking the shot. Still Barca And well, Aitana could not get a shot out of that one. But Barca definitely bossing in this start of the game. Sam Morgan giving it to Alice Greenwood. Still with Greenwood, sends it forward. Well, Marta Torrejón there with a strong header, trying to recover that one, but now it's Mewis, winner of the World Cup in 2019, alongside with Rosa Lavelle, who's on the bench, and as well defender Abby Dahlkemper, who came in this winter transfer market.
Well, Marta Torrejón does really, really well there to cover ground, because Hemp is by no means a slow player, and she was really making ground there. So Torrejón did really well to cover across and get her tackle in.
And there we see the chance of before. And as you said, what an amazing clearance there by Marta Torrejón. No foul, completely clean, and send the ball out. So throw in for Manchester City, trying to have possession of the ball for a few seconds, but Barca quickly recover it. Marta Torrejón sent it out.
And what Barca don't want to do is concede free kicks around the area or corners, set plays, because Man City are extremely good in the air aerially and very, very strong, especially with Muse, you know, and Houghton when she's playing. But they definitely don't want to concede anything like that around the area. But what they also need to do is score, because how many times have we seen Barca in this competition have so much possession and enjoy so many chances and not put the ball in the back of the net, and it's been detrimental to them, as we've seen last year against Wolfsburg.
Exactly, I was going to say, I'm sure that will be at the back of the heads of the Barca players, that today they must be clinical when they have a chance in front of goal. They've had a few chances at the moment, but nothing came out of it. Minute 20, still 0-0 here in Monza, in the north of Italy, just right next to Milan. Sunny day, 13 degrees, great weather for a football game. And we'll see who will take the first win, or the first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It's now Aitana driving forward, sent it right to Hansen. Hansen liking her chances there. So Marta sends it back to Pereira. Barca looking to build from the back. Mappy looking to pause a bit the game. I mean, we don't have the numbers of possession, but it will be a lot for Barca in these first 20 minutes of the game. Hold on, because it's a good chance for Barca. Aitana! And what a great save by Roebuck. What a strong hand she put in there to deny Aitana Bonmatí.
Top class save there from Roebuck, and you can see now why she has taken Karen Barsley's spot. Super save. I'm very, very bewildered as to why Man City are pressing how they're pressing. They're pressing with one up the top, which is Ellen, and then they'll change the press. But they're not pressing together as a team. It's way too easy for Barca to get out and to play into midfield, where they have 4 players in midfield. They should be able to block passes into midfield, and they're not able to do it.
Well, there we can see it now. No one really pressuring Mappy. It's now Alexia. What a great chance there for Aitana Bonmatí and Roebuck. Well, at the moment she's keeping her side in this game today with 2 good saves. The last one, this clinical one by Aitana. But let's see, because this has just started here in Monza. It's now Hansen, still Hansen, completely overpassing Morgan. Hansen tried to put the ball in the box, but City there, well, they're closing the gaps in the box. Lots of legs there.
Yeah, they're getting back, City. I mean, they have numbers in their own box, but for me, they need to improve higher up the pitch. The midfield need to start getting on the ball and bossing the ball. And if they're not going to get on the ball, they certainly need to try and stop the Barca midfield from getting on the ball and playing through balls.
Well, and Hansen, every time she's beating Morgan on that left side, Morgan completely surpassed every time. So I'm sure a lot of Barca's game will come from that right side. That's where the ball is now. Foul there, good chance for Barca to swing the ball into the box. Foul by Lauren Hemp. Looks like it's going to be Hansen who will take it. Lots of Blaugrana shirts inside the box. There's also Mappy Leon there.
Well, Barcelona are very aware of Man City's aerial ability. So I'll be surprised if they deliver this straight into the box, which they have.
But directly out.
Yeah, we could see in the corners that they were taken previously, it was always a second ball to be delivered into the box, hoping to shift Man City out of position.
Well, City's trying to build from the back, but Barca here with a very high pressing line, completely the opposite than City. But now they look to have been able to get out of that. It's now Bronze with the ball. Bronze defended by Mariona. It's now Kelly, good ball there to Mewis. Mewis will square it. And well, we're there with a good chance, but no problem for Baños.
Yeah, it was a good chance for Man City. They did really well. They worked it. Lovely ball by Chloe Kelly, and a great ball into the box. And Caroline Weir had actually more time than she thought, perhaps. And of course, Paños made that look super easy, just patting the ball down with one hand. But it is a chance, and it's possession in Barca's half, so it's positive for Man City.
Well, there we see them again. A few good minutes for City. It's now Weir. Sending it to Alex Greenwood with the shots. Actually, it was Hemp who put it for Chloe Kelly, but she couldn't get that header on target. There we see Hemp try the shots.
Again, it's a great chance for Man City. Nice ball by Hemp, maybe a little bit too strong for Kelly. I don't think she expected it. Could have got a bit of a deflection, took her by surprise. But a great opportunity, and it was a goal-scoring opportunity, let's be honest.
Two good chances now for Manchester City. Let's see if Barca can switch this momentum in their favour. But it's still Manchester City with the ball. So now we are sent it back. It's Morgan. Goes even further back to Alex Greenwood. Well, the citizens here are pausing a bit. The high-paced rhythm of this match. An enthralling one today here in Monza. Layla well with the header there to clear it, but City still in possession. It's now White. Good there for Walsh. Still Walsh. Well, Patri there. Completely, well, the ball went right straight into her. So Barca regained possession. Well, looks like City have found their feet a bit now in these last few minutes and are being a bit more themselves.
Yeah, they seem to have relaxed a little bit. They're playing the ball around. They're still not playing into midfield, which is what they like to do. They like to put it into midfield, who then like to play it out wide. They just seem to be a bit more relaxed and playing the ball, keeping possession, which is what they need to do. But they're also forcing the ball a lot, as we've seen from Alex Greenwood there a couple of minutes ago, trying to play it across the pitch.
And hold on, because Alexia's just outside the box. And another good save by Roebuck. Good hand there by the 21-year-old English goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was a good fingertip save. She did well. We'd expect her to save that, but it just gives Barca a little bit more confidence. You know, when they get on the ball, they look up, they shoot. That's what they need to do. It's just giving themselves a chance to get back into the game and to get on top again.
Well, another corner for Barca. They swing it in. It's now Marta with an... Oh, that was a good idea, but Marta could not get that one on target.
Yeah, again, we see Barca trying to miss the traffic there, aware of the likes of Muse and Greenwood, who are good in the air. So yeah, it was a good idea. We don't often see it from Barca, it's something different. But we have seen Marta Torrejon score goals from that distance.
We definitely have. And City now trying to get the ball out from the back. But Barca with such a high pressing line, making things very difficult for Gareth Taylor's side. Now we see Ellen White, captain today, as her best friend Steph Horton is injured with an Achilles injury. So we'll see if she'll be back to fitness in the second leg in just 1 week's time. This time in Manchester at 5 p.m. A game that you can also watch here live on Barca TV Plus. And also with the magnificent comments of Emma Byrne.
You're too kind, Amy.
Who already knows what it is to win the Champions League. She did it back in 2007 with Arsenal. And not many people can say that, Emma, so congratulations for that.
Yes, I mean, it is a massive triumph, this competition, but what I do know for sure is clean sheets are so important in this competition. Yes, absolutely. And you know, Roebuck, if Man City can come off with a clean sheet here today, they have their goalkeeper to thank for sure. Just talking about Man City, I'm seeing a different Man City side here today. They're quite defensive. They look a little bit disorganised. They're not finding their midfield, who definitely is part of their strengths. And also, you know, very indecisive at the back, which I think is down to the fact that Steph Houghton isn't playing. So if Man City can come away here with a 0-0, I think that's going to be even more of an advantage for them, because they'll be a different beast at home as well.
Well, we'll see that in a week's time here on Barca TV Plus, 5 p.m. Make sure to circle that date on your calendar, because that will be another massive game for these two sides in the road to the final on the 16th of May in Gamla Ullevi in Gothenburg. Hopefully Barca will get there. But I must say, Emma, the semi-finals, whichever team passes today, won't have an easy task against the almighty Olympique Lyonnais and also PSG.
Yeah, the French, I mean,
the French.
You don't want to get the French, to be quite honest. Anybody but the French. But, you know, as my old gaffer used to say, you have to beat them to win it. So might as well beat them in the semi-finals.
Definitely. It's now Alexia here with the ball to Hansen. Good there by Morgan, though.
Really good pressure from Barca. They're just not allowing City to have any kind of time on the ball. They're doing it very, very well as a team together, which is extremely important. And City are really struggling to get out.
Well, and as we were saying, hold on, because Oshuala there in dangerous position, giving it to Mariona. Mariona sends it to Alexia with a header. Straight into Roebuck, though.
Another great chance for Barca there with Alexia, who normally puts away those chances. Again, she had more time than she thought. She could have actually taken that down. But Roebuck in the same, you know, good place at the right time again. But again, another mistake from Man City. It's just, at this level, you can't be making them. This time it came through Walsh, who is their holding midfielder, and they're, you know, someone that they like to get on the ball. Played a square pass across the box, which is suicidal.
Well, Barca still in possession now with Leila. And definitely Roebuck keeping her side in this game at the moment, because it's still 0-0. Half an hour has gone here in Monza, when Hansen is on the ball, completely overpassing Morgan, who squares it to Aitana, but could not get a good shot on that one. We see Aitana, well, not happy that the referee didn't give Barca a corner for that one.
Oh, I have another look at it here. Great ball by Hansen again. Well, it's not a corner because it came off Oshuala. Man City were calling for an offside, but you can actually see here that that she wasn't offside. I think it was Lucy Bronze there who was nearly on the goal line.
So, lots of other games today in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. At 5 p.m, Chelsea welcome Wolfsburg after, well, they beat Atletico Madrid 3-1 on aggregate. Actually, the second game was here in Mons as well. But hold on, because Hemp is passing everyone. Still, Hemp gives it to White. White with a shot! But it was not on target, luckily for Barca, because that was a good opportunity, Emma, for City.
It was a really good opportunity here, and it all comes down to this girl here, Hemp. Does really well. Goes on a little mazy run, goes past 3 or 4 Barca players. Ellen White does well to pull out, which is what she's very good at. She's really good at those movements, and she'll be very disappointed in herself that she didn't at least hit the target.
Hemp, a real threat there on that left side. She arrived in 2018 from Bristol City. She's a natural goal scorer, and she really shines in that final third. She's very good as well on the 1v1, running at players and creating lots of chances. And while she's back from her hamstring injury that she picked up on the first match day, the Community Shield final against Chelsea, which Manchester City lost, she returned in December, and well, Emma, she's been on fire since then. She scored 8 goals in the league and 2 in the Champions League.
Yeah, a lot of players are coming into form exactly at the right time. I know it mightn't seem like that here today, but Hemp is really coming into form. One of the best wingers for me in the WSL. Chloe Kelly is in really good form, and of course then you've Caroline Weir, who's has probably been their standout player. She's just fantastic ability with her left foot, and scored some amazing goals.
Amazing goals. We talked about those, you and I, Emma, because absolute crackers from outside the box. But hold on, because Oshuala with the shot, and Barca's first goal now in the 34th minute. Oshuala with the breakthrough.
Well, we could see it coming, couldn't we? And you know, Oshuala isn't really known for taking shots with distance. She's normally, you know, a fox in the box type of player. But great goal from Barca. It was coming. They deserve it. They deserve it because of the possession they had and the chances they had. Absolutely nothing that Roebuck could do about this here. Great position shot. Hits the post and goes in. Really nice layoff by Mariona, and just that backlift from Oshuala. Doesn't even need much power in it, just placed it into the corner. Really nice goal.
Impossible there for Roebuck to reach that one after some good saves she made. Well, Barca 1-0 up thanks to this magnificent goal by Oshuala just outside the box. Powerful shots, and nothing Roebuck could do. And now hold on, because Hansen pickpocks that one. It's still Oshuala now. Oshuala, but Abby Dahlkemper there clears it away. And well, let's see if this opens up the game a bit more. It's now Hemp driving still with a lot of space and time. Gives it to Chloe Kelly. Chloe 1v1 there with Leila. Still Chloe gives it to Bronze, who puts it in. Good save there by Paños.
Yeah, perfect from Paños there. It's what she needed. She needed a few touches of the ball. It's been relatively quiet for her. Really nice take. You can just see pressure there from Ellen White, which again she does very well. And just to calm things down for her team, because it's always a dangerous time after you score. The next 5 minutes are always a very important time to keep your defence in order.
Well, Ellen White, they're not letting Paños take the ball out quickly. And Paños was not happy with that. There we see Sandra Paños to Pereira. Barca building from the back. Pereira sends it forward though. It's now Alexia with the chase.
Well, that's where you want Assisat, really. You want Assisat up there as the last player to play that ball over the top. But a really good idea from Barca, because you can just see gaps opening up behind Man City defence.
Well, Ellen White there, she just lost the ball for Manchester City, so Barca now in possession. It's Mariona. Back to Mapi Leon. Barca pausing a bit the game after that first goal by Oshuala. Lovely ball flicked in by Hansen. That's, well, Dana just left it for Oshuala to shoot to the far post, and Roebuck, nothing she could do there. Roebuck to Bronze, FIFA World's Best Player of last season. One of City's summer signings, and not just her, a lot of amazing signings. So Bronze and Greenwood from Olympique Lyonnais came in the summer as well. Mewis and Lavelle, World Cup winners. But hold on, because we're seeing now the replay of that fantastic goal of Asisat Oshuala.
Roebuck didn't even move, did she? She didn't even take a step. I'm sure she saw it a little bit late as well. You can see her there having a go at her defenders. I imagine for not closing Oshuala down, you can allow a player like that to have space and time near that area.
Hemp, a good ball to White, but offside. That was a good chance though for Manchester City. City aren't reaching much Baños' goal, but when they do look very threatening.
They are clinical, they're quite direct. It was, you know, Ellen White makes a really nice run. She's just about offside, by the way, so that's quite dangerous. Really nice pass in there by Hemp. But Paños, in a 1v1 situation, I would put my house on it, because she's one of the best in the world at that. So she does really well to close it down and then to make the block.
Well, what compliments coming from you, Emma, so Paños will be happy with that. A Champions League winner like yourself, saying that Paños is one of the best in the world. But hold on, because now Roebuck spilled that one. Good chance there for Hansen.
She does really well though, Roebuck, to come out. I mean, she's out a good distance from her goal line. She does really well to get the tiniest touch on it, because it came back off Hansen. She made it was a good decision, and it was a good execution by Roebuck.
Roebuck, another brilliant young talent. Now getting that place, that #1 spot in the Lionesses as well. Hold on, because Badri there tried the impossible. It's now her on the ball. Tries a shot from way outside though. Was blocked by Greenwood. Hold on, because Hansen is inside the box. Still Hansen. Lovely ball there, but no problem for Roebuck to get that one.
Silly mistakes by Man City again. They're just giving the ball away very, very cheaply. They're trying to play out from the back. It's not working for them. Today, anyway, it's not working for them. They normally try to play it into Kira Walsh, who for me is having a bad day at the office, to be quite honest. She's given the ball away a lot. She's, in fact, the last 5 times she's probably given the ball away 3 times, and it's not good enough at this level. So they need to start mixing up the game, as you've just seen there, a long ball sometimes, just to try and stretch Barca and push them back a little bit.
Mapi Leon to Mariona. Way out of her position. Barca recovered through Mewis. Good recovery by Aitana though. It's now Aitana. Well, no one can seem to keep possession right now. It's now Badri being bullied though there by White. And well, Greenwood decides to send it back to Roebuck to start from there. Bronze, former Olympique Lyonnais player. She's won 3 Champions League in 3 seasons in Lyonnais. She came back to Manchester City after that spell in the French club, back to what she calls her home. Greenwood, Ellen White, she came to get in contact with the ball right down. Bronze. It's now Hemp after long delivery there by Alex Greenwood. What a battle is that today between Marta and Lauren Hemp.
Yeah, Martha needs to be a little bit careful because that's her second or third time she's been called up on, and I think it was all fouls on Hemp. So she just needs to be careful of the yellow card there. You really don't want to be risking a yellow card in the first half, in the first leg.
Well, at the moment, just the one yellow card showed to Greenwood right at the beginning. And now she's the one who delivers. Mewis! But she was offside, and luckily for Barca, because she'd put that one at the back of the net.
Again, it's from a set piece. They're so dangerous in this area. Great ball in there from Greenwood, who's known, she's famous for those dead ball situations. And Mewis, Barca actually did really well to hold their line. It was something that they had planned to do, and that is what they wanted to do, to catch her offside. So it was a good defensive line from Barca. Great ball in by Greenwood.
Well, Barca still leading today, 1-0. Oshoala found the breakthrough in the 35th minute, putting Barca forward in the first leg of the quarterfinals. Well, we've seen Alexia on the floor a few times. She's getting knocked down time and time again. City knowing the importance of Alexia on the ball in the middle of the park, trying to get her out of a game, but I'm sure Alexia will be able to overcome all these tackles.
Yeah, I mean, Man City are trying to pack out that middle. You can see there they have 6 players in that central area because they know Barca like to play through the middle.
Now Chloe Kelly giving it to Bronze. The deadly right side of City's. Still Bronze, but has 2 players on her. Gives it to Kelly, who puts it in the box. And good there by Paños.
Yeah, again, nice claim by Paños just to settle things down a little bit. Really important time. All the times after a goal, it's crucial to keep calm and to try and get possession. And then just before the half also, it's very important to try and control the game and control the pace.
Well, we're coming into the last seconds of this first half. Barca still leading through a Oshoala goal, but hold on, because, well, she slipped there. And we don't like when a player touches a knee, Emma.
No, but it's unusual for me to see the ref blow the whistle for this. Usually you allow play to go on unless it's a head injury. But it's just, she just jarred it a little bit where she tried to stop abruptly. She'll be fine. She's a tough cookie.
She definitely is a tough cookie. And well, Barca already have had the injury of Andrea Falcon. She's had to undergo surgery on her right knee. What bad luck after, you know, a whole year out for an ACL on her left knee. Now she picks it up on her right knee. So hopefully no more of those injuries for Barca today. And as we saw, 1 minute of added time here in the U-Power Stadium in Monza. So now Bardsley probably happy to see the game go into half-time. City will look to regroup because, as you said, Emma, well, they've been...
Well, Gareth Taylor needs to have a look at his team and fix a few things, because for me, it's not working trying to play out. Barca are playing an extremely high press, and it's been very successful. This player here, Chloe Kelly, hasn't gotten on the ball enough. The midfield certainly haven't gotten on the ball enough. They're just not getting the ball to them, and it's something that Gareth Taylor needs to look at.
Well, there you have it, the final whistle of this first half. Emma, really quick, what are your thoughts of this first half?
I think Barca have completely dominated. I think that they deserve to be 1 or not 2-0 up, but I also think they need to be very careful, because as you've mentioned, Amy, when Man City do have chances, they're very good chances, and Man City are a clinical team.
Well, Oshoala with the goal in the 35th minute, put Barca in front. And don't go anywhere, because we're bound to see a second half in this absolute cracker of a game of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. U Power Stadium here in Monza for the second half of this enthralling first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League between Football Club Barcelona and Manchester City. Barca are leading 1-0 thanks to Oshuala, who found the back of the net in the 35th minute. But only one goal, Emma. What do Barca need to do to try and get another second one?
Well, I think they need to continue doing what they're doing. They're completely on top of the game. They're enjoying lots of possession and they're getting in really good positions, in goal-scoring positions. They just need to be a little bit more clinical and a little bit more belief when they are getting into Man City's area and commit more players in there, because at the moment we're just seeing Oshuala up there on her own.
And what do you think Gareth Taylor, Manchester City's coach, has spoken to their players to what to improve for them in the second half?
Well, I think there are a few things that he would have had to speak about. First, he needs to talk about not giving the ball away and making silly mistakes in defence and in midfield. We've seen a lot of them trying to play the ball out from the back with Greenwood and Dal Kemper and playing it into Keira Walsh, which they're very accustomed to. But for me, Keira Walsh is giving the ball away way too cheaply, and with Barca's high press, it's very difficult for them to get out. So they need to change that a little bit, perhaps play the ball wider first and then centrally.
And there we see Demi Stokes, who looks like she's going to be coming on for this second half. Actually, Emma, we were talking about Morgan looking completely, it was too much defending Hansen there.
Yeah, I mean, she was definitely overwhelmed there, I'd say emotionally and physically as well. And we spoke about Demi Stokes that in the half-time, and we were saying we couldn't understand why she's not playing. Such an experienced player, it's not as if she's injured. She has come on off the bench in recent games. So for me, that was a mistake from Gareth Taylor not to start her and to put someone like Morgan, who's very, very young and inexperienced, against Barca's main threat and who is very, very active in Barca's team, as in Graham Hansen.
Well, there we'll see Demi Stokes come on. She's only played 581 minutes in the league this season in 8 games. And there we see exactly, she comes in for the 20-year-old Morgan, who, as you said, Emma, was completely overwhelmed in this first half against Hansen. Fresh legs then for Gareth Taylor, with Demi Stokes on that left-back place. And we'll see now what she can bring, the 29-year-old English player. At the moment, it doesn't seem like Luis Cortés has made any changes in his 11 as the referee gets us underway for the second half of this first leg quarterfinals here in Italy, in Monza. In just 1 week's time, the return leg will be at Manchester, and in that case it will be at 5 p.m. Another match you can watch here on Barca TV Plus, live alongside Emma Byrne and me commentating. As Patri now has the ball and gives it, now it's Mariona to Aitana. City trying to trail back, and now Demi Stokes. Well, she gets in contact with the ball for the first time since she's come on. She was her usual, the team's usual left back since the arrival of Alex Greenwood.
Yeah, it seems as if she has just fallen out of favour with Gareth Taylor, and for me, she's always been a good, solid left back, very good on the ball, very good supporting play, and very good positionally wise. And certainly would have been a choice that I would have thought would have played, considering that they were lacking a player for that position. So it was a bit of a strange decision for me, and it didn't work out in the first half for Gareth Taylor.
Yeah, that seemed like the natural change, position for position, putting Demi Stokes there. But Gareth Taylor thought otherwise. And it's now Keira Walsh with the ball. Bad pass there by Demi Stokes to Hemp. So Barca will be in possession. Marta to Aitana. It's now Kira Walsh recovering that one, brings the ball down. Trying to find Chloe Kelly, but Mappy Leung cleans up nicely. We're though now in possession to Lauren Hemp. Still Lauren Hemp. Well, they've got knocked over by Alexia, but the referee says play on. Demi to Hemp. City here looking to build something as they send the ball at the back. Oshuala now pressing though, as well like Dana.
Greenwood did well there to get a free kick. She was under a bit of pressure. Bad ball in from Walsh, putting it onto her right foot. Want to see Walsh there switching play, which normally she's very, very good at, and it's exactly what Man City do. They get the ball into Walsh and she switches play. You can see acres of space out there for Lucy Bronze, and she didn't see it. She felt like she couldn't turn.
It's now City in possession, long ball there for White, but another time she is offside.
She knows that she really needs to have a look across. I mean, when we played at Arsenal together, it was something we often spoke about. I always told her or reminded her that she has to look across. She can't be getting caught offside all the time, because if she just has a little look across there, she'll see just you know, keep in line, and she's loads of space. There's actually nobody near her.
She is the UWCL icon, isn't she?
She really is, and one of the most hard-working players I have played with. Super professional, very, very professional. And yeah, just a forward that you want to have in your team just for her work ethic alone.
Well, she's one of the top goal scorers. Hold on, because Hansen there with a good chance. Crosses it to the box, but Weir sent it out. And we're talking about Ellen White. Well, she's in a battle with Arsenal's Miedema for the top goal scorer in the history of the league. Around 54 goals, and well, it's a bit of a chase between both players. And Ellen White,
super tight up there at the top of the table as well, both teams.
And well, Ellen White, she really as well made a name for herself globally with the World Cup. She won the bronze boots. She scored 6 goals, drawn with both Alex Morgan, who won silver, and Megan Rapinoe, but in more minutes, so therefore she got the bronze boot, but was pivotal for the Lionesses to reach the final stages of that competition, and unfortunately got knocked out in the, well, they could have got the 3rd place against Sweden, but they lost that one, so they ended up 4th. But hold on, because Oshuala is inside the box. Well, what a good save there by Dahlkemper, putting a body on the line to prevent Oshuala getting a second. Once again, now she clears it out for her team. Well, Abby Dahlkemper there proving to be decisive.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of that the last couple of minutes, clearing the ball, clearing it up the pitch where there are no Man City players, clearing it out of touch. They just need to get on the ball, relax a little bit, and try and keep possession. In fact, one of the calmest players on the ball is Roebuck at the minute. When the ball goes back to her, she's doing really well to keep possession and try to ensure confidence in her team. And the other players are treating the ball like they just want to get rid of it as soon as possible.
Yeah, like if it burned.
Say a hot potato. It's nothing to do with the fact I'm Irish. Potatoes.
It's now Barca in possession. They've lost it though. Demi So sends it back to Roebuck. She's made some very important saves today to keep her side in this match, though she could not do anything with that Oshuala shot just outside the box on the 35th minute that gave Barca the lead. But it's now Hansen inside in the box, there with Demi. Good battle between the two. It's still Oshuala though, and that will be a very child penalty from Demi Stokes, a player who came on in the second half?
Well, I was just about to say how well Demi Stokes had just done with Graham Hansen. She did so well, and what a great tackle. And this was just, it was just a careless tackle. Oshuala is so quick. I mean, it wasn't even late, it was really late. Very silly mistake from Stokes. It could be very costly for Man City.
Well, Mariona stepping up from the penalty spot. We'll look to get Barca's second goal in this 52nd minute. And there we see Mariona, Barca's number 9. Will she get the second? Mariona! And nothing Roba could do. What a fantastic goal, and perfectly placed by Mariona Caldentey to get Barca's second of the match.
Yeah, you could just feel it, couldn't you? That was going to hit the back of the net. Looked so calm and calculated. She's such a good player, Mariona, and she's great at taking penalties as well. It was actually quite a nice height for the goalkeeper, but the power and the pace of it and the precision of the right in the side netting meant that Roebuck found it very difficult to get there. So, but again, deservedly 2-0. Silly mistake by Stokes. Man City are a little bit all over the shop at the back at the moment.
Well, Mariona stepping up from the penalty spot. Cool as you like. Getting Barca's second. Mariona, who actually, well, she celebrated her 25th birthday not long ago. Same as Leila, who's now 28, so she'll be happy to get that one as a late birthday gift, because that definitely was a gift from Demi Stokes, who carelessly brought Oshuala down inside the box.
I mean, it is difficult. I have to say, it must be very difficult for Demi Stokes to come into a game like this, you know, having to warm up and probably not having as many minutes as she'd like, or she might not feel up to the standard because of that. And yes, Oshuala is extremely quick, but in those areas you can't afford to make those rash tackles, and for an experienced player it's just not good enough.
Well, Barca now in possession. Leila Wahabi will put the ball in play to Patri, who sends it back to Mapi Leon. Mapi crosses it to Pereira. It's now Torrejon. Barca moving the ball from left to right, right to left. And now they send it forward for Oshuala to chase. It's going to be a battle there with Alex Greenwood, who will come up on top. Well, Oshuala slipped, and therefore Greenwood was able to give it to Walsh. Lovely turn there by the English international. To follow English international Lucy Bronze, best player in the world, who today is not having her best game though.
No, I think it's safe to say that none of the Man City players would be extremely happy with their performance so far, but that has to come down to Barca and their pressing, to be quite honest.
And well, now City have been awarded a penalty.
Super play there by Hemp, though. She's so dangerous on the ball. She's so quick as well, and as soon as she gets into the box, you know, she's twice as dangerous. You cannot touch her. And Mappy feels like she didn't really make contact with Hemp. It's quite soft. Hemp knew exactly what she was doing, but again, you can't even go to make a tackle in that situation.
Well, now Chloe Kelly will step up. She has not missed any penalties this season. Let's see if Paños can compete that, and she does! What an amazing save by Sandra Paños, coming up strong for her team.
What a great save from Paños. For somebody who hasn't been involved in the game, she just steps up, and that's exactly what a really top-class goalkeeper does. It wasn't a good penalty, I have to say. Chloe Kelly has hit the ball at a really nice height and not in the corner, but still, Paños still has to guess the correct way, and she does it and makes a really nice save to keep a very important clean sheet.
Well, now still City in play with a corner. It's important that Barca managed to take it out, and that's exactly what they're doing with Mariona, who's starting Barca's counter-attack. Still Mariona with Hemp. Well, what a fast player Hemp is. She trailed back and recovered that one for her team.
Because Mariona is not slow. Hemp just made her look really slow there. Great recovery from Hemp.
Well, we saw there Mappy Leon bringing Lauren Hemp down in the box. But, well, Baños, what a great save on Chloe Kelly's penalty.
Another missed opportunity for Man City. You just have to put those away. You have to take your chances. And I mean, personally, Chloe Kelly hasn't been involved in this game so much, and certainly not as much as what we've seen previously. Maybe not the best player to take the penalty, but I'm not sure who you would have got to take the penalty here for Man City.
Normally as well, Horton sometimes steps up, but unfortunately she's not there today due to injury. And well, we said it time and time again, she's so important, Horton, as well, with free kicks. She scored a lot from those as well. And well, it's a big loss for City today, as now Hansen on a 1v1 situation with Demi Stokes. Tries to give it to Aitana, but Alex Greenwood there cleaning up nicely. For Manchester City. Well, that penalty, Emma, completely changes the game for both teams. It could have put City back in it. And
well, I was going to mention before that a 2-0 lead is really difficult for both teams, because for Barca, 2-0, it's a good result, but obviously 2-win completely changed it. So are they going to sit back and be happy with their 2-0 or continue to attack? They're going to continue to attack because it's Barca. And then for Man City, realistically, they should be trying to claw one back, but obviously if it goes to 3 and they leave spaces behind them, and it goes to 3, it's a really difficult result to come back from. So it's still a very up in the air result.
Well, still lots of minutes to go, but hold on, because City there with a chance. Well, once again, Ellen White offside.
Oh, Marta Torrecon there, the right back for Barca, does really, really well. Just shows her experience. She can see across the line but just before the ball is played, she steps up, leaving Ellen offside.
Well, 30 more minutes to go. Let's see if Football Club Barcelona can get one more, because to go to City leading this quarter-final draw, 2-0 is something, but 3-0, that would be amazing. Let's see Hansen. Well, she felt that she was fouled there, but the referee thought otherwise. But Barca quickly recovered the ball through Oshuala. Still Oshuala. Oshuala inside the box. Still Oshuala. Will she square it? Yes, she does. But was there cleaning up nicely, because Oshuala had completely overpassed Alex Greenwood.
Well, she goes past her with such ease, doesn't she? I mean, we see it in the league here in La Liga, but in Champions League you don't expect to see it as clear. You expect Alex Greenwood, who is an international defender, to put up a bit more of a fight than that. It's very, very easy. All around the pitch, it has been a little bit easy for Barca. I feel Man City haven't been closing down enough. They haven't closed down, particularly in midfield. They're allowing Barca midfield to get on the ball and play the ball out to Graham Hansen with ease. And it's just it's a trend all around Man City that they're not closing down quick enough. They're not keeping possession. They look a little bit deflated. And apart from Hem, who looks very agile and active, the rest just seem to be a little bit lethargic.
As you said, Hem, well, she's looking very lively, but Sandra Baños with a fantastic save. And well, we see a substitution there. It looks like Hansen leaves the pitch injured, and Lika Martins will come in for her. Fresh legs for Barca, hopefully. Well, it'll just be a niggling injury right now, and nothing too serious, because Hansen, well, Emma, we talk about it time and time again, she is so important for Barca.
Yeah, such a key player. And, you know, has really come into the Barca style very, very well. And without her, a massive loss for Barca.
Hold on, because Mariona puts it inside. Oshoala couldn't connect with it. The Barca is still in possession. It's now Marta. Marta, lovely ball there for Lika Martins, who's just come on. Well, that means that with this substitution, at the moment she is playing in Hansen's place, so it's Paños in goal, back for Marta Torrejón, Pereira, Mapileon and Leila Wahabi. Midfield for Aitana, Patri and Alexia, who's wearing the captain armband today. And up front, Martins, Oshoala and Mariona. Both Oshoala and Mariona have gotten in the score sheet today. Oshoala in the 35th minute, opening the scoreboard for the Blaugranas, whilst Mariona did the same on the 52nd. She stepped up from the penalty spot after Demi Sos recklessly brought Oshoala down inside the box in the 52nd minute. So 2-0 for Football Club Barcelona, and that was as well big thanks to Paños, who stepped up and kept her team, well, it's kept a clean sheet for a team at the moment after the massive save from the penalty spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's a crucial point in the game, isn't it? If Man City had come into the game there and scored, 2-1 is not such a great result. If it had ended 2-1, it's not a good result for Barca, conceding the away goal. It's a massive save from Paños.
As you say, massive save, because, well, it could have given City a lot of hope and it would have been game on for them, but at the moment, Barca still leading by a 2-goal difference here in Monza in Italy.
I have to admit, coming into this game, I was a little bit worried for Barca. Number one, the fact that they don't play very competitive teams, and number two, the fact that Man City are renowned for being quite physical. They're coming from the English League, who is it's quite a physical league, and I was a little bit worried for Barca, thinking they might get bullied a little bit. But in actual fact, it's the opposite. Barca have been bullying Man City. They've physically dominated this game, which is something that's really nice to see, because how many times have we spoke about Spanish teams not being physical enough? Well, this is great exposure for the fact that they are physical enough.
Well, as you said, Emma, but it's been all Barca from the get-go today. And City, well, they haven't really found their feet in this match. It is true that they have the big injury of Seth Horton, their captain, but even then, Barca, well, have been dominating right from the start. And as you said, we had talked about how exciting we were about this game, because we saw, and a lot of people thought, well, they told me, oh, Barca are going to win this one easily, but I was not too sure, because we both watch lots of WSL games and we've seen how City can be at their best. But nevertheless, well, Barca have looked calm and composed right from the start, and with no trouble to dominate this match at the moment.
No, absolutely not. And in actual fact, I might have thought Man City might have pipped it a little bit, just for the fact that they're in really good form in the WSL, considered one of the best leagues in the world. Very, very physical, very good players. And they play week in, week out against teams that are very competitive and physical. And so, yeah, I was a little bit worried for Barca, but I was completely wrong.
Well, there we see Martins completely bossing Demi Sos around, but City's defence did clean that one up nicely at the end. And well, I mean, if you see their starting 11, they have Bronze, the world's best player, 3 World Cup winners with Mewis, Dahlkemper, also Lavelle on the bench. So we were right to be a bit wary of this match. But well, Barca shown that they're in complete control from the get-go. Well, a foul there from Mariona to stop Mewis from attacking. And it's the 66th minute, and you see the Barca players pressing like if they were losing and not giving City any chance to move the ball around.
It's just so impressive from Barca, their pressing here today.
Hold on there, good chance there for Ellen White. But Sandra Paños today, well, she's having an amazing game.
right place, right time. A little bit weak from Ellen, but you can see she makes a really nice run, and then across Pereira, just doesn't get enough on the ball to direct it past Paños.
Well, Barca slowing the game a bit as they are in control. 2-0. Goals by Oshuala and Mariona in the second half. But hold on, because City there building up play. Good there by Weir to Lauren Hemp. Lauren Hemp puts the ball in. Well cleared away with a lovely header by Mapi Leon. He did commit a penalty, but well, she's been spot on all game except for that one foul. It's now Kira Walsh to Bronze. Bronze to Kelly. Kelly will cross it in to Ellen White, but Patry there, very alert. No one in the second post for City.
Really good play there from Patry, who we haven't spoken about all game. It just shows how defensive she has been in this game also, just making that, you know, the anchor midfield their position hers, and she has dominated in there because Man City's midfield haven't had any joy at all today, so she's done her job. A really nice position there from her.
Well, it's now Walsh keeping City's possession. Gives it to Bronze. Bronze going forward. Now Weir. Weir to Demi. Lauren Hemp, 1v1 there with Marta Torrejon. Careful because Hemp is very fast. Weir with the header, but no problem for Sandra Paños.
Torrejon does very well to stand up. Weir, a really nice run. Didn't have the midfield back covering her. Wasn't a great ball in there from Hemp. There's nothing much Caroline Weir could have done, but it is better from City. They're enjoying a little bit more possession. They're playing a little bit higher up, which is where Caroline Weir prefers to be. As we've spoken about Caroline Weir, one of their best players, she needs to be a little bit higher up the pitch. You don't want her back defending.
Well, and it looks like Aitana Bonmatí will come off for Jennifer Hermoso, who's come back from injury. She just got the all clear from the medical staff before the match. And also looks like Stanway is going to come on. Hold on, because Hamraoui has come on for Barca as well. So let's see. Hamraoui comes in for Aitana, and Oshuala leaves the pitch for Jennifer Hermoso. Also 2 substitutions for Gareth Taylor. White and Kelly come off for Stanway. I'll have to see who the other player was. So many changes, I didn't pick it up.
Well, you'll see Keira Hamraoui is just dropping into that anchor in the midfield there for Barca, which means Patrick Quijaro can then push on a little bit. She's equally as dangerous up there as well. Ellen White, Georgia Stanaway will come in for Ellen White, another very, very good prospect for Man City, a young player, but very, very dangerous forward.
Well, now Barca in possession with Hamraoui, who has just come on. Finds Lika Martins. It's now Patry with a shot from outside the box. And well, City have to be careful with that because we know she can score some goals from that position.
Yeah, and it's, you know, she's only been pushed on for 30 seconds, and this is where she gets herself. Very, very good at long range shooting, super positional sense, and we have seen her score from those areas as well.
Well, the last one, an absolute rocket against Santa Teresa de Badajoz. That was something else.
You also have Rose Lavelle who has come on for Man City, which is interesting.
Yes, Rose Lavelle has come on for Chloe Kelly, another World Cup winner.
Doesn't seem to be getting much time there with Man City. You would expect a player like that to be on the starting 11 every game, but she doesn't. She hasn't started for Man City very much at all. Tends to come on as sub, just not fitting in there.
No, and to be fair though, she's not playing in her best position. She's always playing up front there when she says she prefers to play in midfield. She's a very creative, left-footed, loves juggling with the ball, very light.
Yeah, I think her best position is like a number 10, a number 10 area. But the way Man City play, they don't play with that number 10. They play the 4-1-4-1. And for her to be in the centre in midfield, she, as you said, she's very light. I don't think she's physically strong enough to play in the WSL in there.
I was going to say she came already injured, and she's always had a bit of a niggling injuries. But every time she plays for America, the United States, well, she absolutely shines. The last time during the international break for the She Believes Cup, she was voted MVP. So that's how much of a good player she is. But as you said, with City, well, she hasn't really shown what she's capable of.
No, she hasn't, but for me, she should be playing. I mean, if you have to change your system in 4-4-2 and just have her in there as the number 10, I think that's going to work.
Definitely, she's that good. But hold on, because Lika Martins is in a 1v1 situation with Demi Stokes. Martins, I'm not too sure what she tried, but it didn't work, and now Manchester City regain control. And well, I mean, it is surprising to see Lavelle always on the bench, because she scored the second goal of the final of the World Cup, like Lika Martins will well remember, because it was against the Netherlands in a game that finished 2-0, and she scored an absolute wonderful.
She was awesome in the World Cup. She was I mean,
but she was fit. She was completely fit, and that's where she's had problems with her fitness levels.
Right.
And now Hamraoui there, as you said, in that midfield anchor position, letting Patri Jarro move forward. There we see her now. But individually, Emma, I mean, you look at City's 11 and it is frightening. So to see Barca bossing them around like this says wonders of, well,
because we watch Barca week in, week out, we commentate on the game. Yeah, we're used to them, and we're like, yeah, they're really good. They're like a top team, but we've never seen them tested. So I think just coming into this game, I'm like, they're going to be tested today, and I'm not sure how they're going to react. But you can see that their reaction is just top class. I think they've been amazing today, closing down and physically, which is something that I thought they've lacked previously. But look, they look really, really organised. I think Dries Cortés has got it absolutely spot on. He hasn't allowed Man City's midfield to get on the ball. They're putting really high pressure on them. He knows that they were going to try and play out. They're probably not good enough to play out, looking at today, especially when you don't have Steph Houghton, especially when you have a young player like Morgan. That's, you know, straight away, that's two weaknesses in your defence. And it has been so difficult for Man City today. Luis Cortés has told his team to pounce on that fact, and it's worked. Man City have really struggled to get any kind of continuity here today.
It's definitely worked, because Barca still leading 2-0 in the 75th minute of this match. And there we see Patri Jarro, well, fooling all the City players around with lovely footwork. And I think, Emma, this is a big statement for Barca to say, hey, we are real title contenders. Yes, in the league it's easy for us, but in Europe, hey, we are also up there.
Absolutely, and I think it's definitely shown how far Barca have come. You know, even though we're talking about a team that reached the Champions League final 2 years ago, but the route to the final might not have been the most difficult route. I'm not saying they didn't deserve to be there. I'm just saying that it wasn't an extremely difficult route. Not like this time. Man City are considered one of the best teams in Europe. They're making them look very average. That basically is showing how much Barca have come on in the last few years.
Definitely, definitely. And we see now here Rose Lavelle trying to get in contact with the ball, but Keita Hamraoui got the best out of it. Now Mariona with Weir, still Weir, sends it to Hemp. Hemp will put the ball in. Good save there by Paños. Corner kick for the Citizens.
The ref hasn't given it. She might not have gotten a touch on that.
Oh.
But, I mean, there were no Man City players in there. I'm not sure who Hemp was aiming for. It was...
No, exactly.
The only player in there was George Stanway, and she wasn't anywhere near it.
And now Paños did not get in contact with that one, so goal kick for her.
But again, just Barca, they need to be a little bit careful. We spoke about the scoreline earlier. 2-0 is a really nice result to get at home. I say at home. But if Man City do manage to claw one back, that's going to be a real difficulty for Barca. And as I've also said, Man City will be a different team next week. They'll be much more comfortable. They'll change how they're playing. They'll enjoy possession and they'll be much more confident on the ball. So, you know, Barca definitely need to keep a clean sheet here.
Well, that will give Gareth Taylor's side time to regroup and have a look where to head Barca, but definitely going into that game with a 2-0 lead like right now, or even 3-0 if they could achieve one more, Barca, that would be something else.
They should be at least 3, judging by the chances they've got, and I just hope it doesn't come back to bite them in the you know where next week.
Well, free kick there for Manchester City as Stanway was brought down. Stanway, who was the youngest player for the Lionesses to play in the World Cup. An absolute baller, a great player who came on now in the second half. And, well, we know how dangerous Weir is in those situations. She will put the ball in, Abby Dahlkemper, but they were way offside. Again, Football Club Barcelona, really intelligent.
Very nice line there from Barca. It's obviously something that they've worked on. Man City players are just running offside, and it's a little bit surprising really for such experienced players. But look how Paños just went and took that ball down, super easy for her. Even if Dahlkemper wasn't offside, it would have been a save from Paños.
Well, and here we see another substitution from Luis Cortés. Ana Korcevic coming on for Marta Torrejón. So fresh legs to defend Lauren Hemp, who's probably been City's, well, most lively player in today's match. So now Alex Greenwood to Demi Stokes. Demi to Lauren Hemp. And there we see Anna defending, but hold on, because it's Weir with the ball, but Barca nicely recovered. Now Jenny with a lot of time and space, loads of time and space, but City trailing back down to defend. So Jenny pauses, and that was a very good idea to slip that one through to Martins, but Alex Greenwood, well, with a pivotal foot there to prevent that one from going to Martins. It's still Martins. Alexia.
Oh, Barca are really enjoying themselves out there now, enjoying keeping possession.
Now Demi there comes on top of that 1v1 situation with Alexia. And City now in possession. They switch play to Lucy Bronze, City's captain today. And well, I think that what we just seen kind of reflects Manchester City's game today.
Yeah, it's just not working out for them, is it? They're a little bit stretched. I have to say they do look a little bit tired. I'm not sure if that's down to the onslaught of games, but Barca also too have had a lot of games. But just Barca are just in control of this game so much, like completely dominant.
Things that we love to see here on Barca TV Plus. Barca bossing Manchester City around. Another one of Europe's powerhouses. Barca showing who is in control today. 2-0 at the moment in this, as we come into the last 10 minutes of this match. And it's a corner kick for Barca. Mapi Leon will take it. Mapi slots it in. Well, Barca trying everything they can in the corners, except the normal thing, which is to just slot it in, knowing how, you know, what physical players they have.
Absolutely, they know that if they loft it in the air and leave it hanging in the air, that Man City will probably win it.
Let's see now, Mapi. No one can get that in contact with that one. It's now Lucy Bronze. Will send it forward. Looks like City have given up from trying to build from the back after Barca's high pressing line during the whole game. But even then, they can't keep possession. What a fantastic game Luis Cortez's side are having today.
Yeah, absolutely, and you have to applaud the forward players for their closing down today. They really didn't allow Man City's defence to have a minute on the ball, and it just shows that this high press really works for Barca. If you think back in the whole game, I can't remember Man City being able to get 3 consecutive passes because of how Barca have pressed. Really good effort by Barca off the ball. We're always talking about Barca on the ball, but they've played a really nice game here today off the ball.
And Sandra Paños coming out strong for a team, saving a penalty on the 56th minute. A good shot by Chloe Kelly, but an even better save by Sandra Paños, keeping a clean sheet that, as you said, Emma, is so important today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Paños is, for me, I've already said it, for me, one of the best keepers in the world, and I feel like she doesn't get that recognition because with Spain they don't normally make it to the semi-finals or the finals of big tournaments, and with Barca it was difficult when they made it to the Champions League final. Leon completely dominated them, and so for me, I'd like to see Barca get further and play well to show just how good Paños is. That's the goalkeepers union.
Definitely looking out for each other. It's now Alex Greenwood. Sends the ball forward for Hem to chase, but that was impossible. And Sandra Paños, well, taking her time. Now that, well, the clock is ticking, Barca leading 2-0. They seem happy with that. And that's an excellent result coming into their next game, which will be on Wednesday in this competition. But before, in the weekend, they also have another one. On Saturday, the 27th, they play away against 8th place Sevilla. And, well, the ref has shown their yellow card on Padri.
The referee actually has let quite a few things go today. There's been a few physical tackles in there that I was sure that she was going to call up, and she didn't. She let it go, which I like to see. I like to see the ref being a little bit lenient in these cases. I mean, she's only given, I think it was 2 yellow cards in the whole game, which is really good to see in Champions League football.
Greenwood and Padri are the ones who have been booked. Well, actually, this ref was the same one as the game against Chelsea and Atletico, in which Chelsea saw a red card. There were 2 penalties for Atletico, but hold on, because now Alexia takes the time and she hits the post, but Jennifer with the rebound slots it in to put Barca 3-0.
Great goal, and this third goal is, for me, so important. It really settled things down for Barca. It's a great result, 3-0 at home. Again, keeping the clean sheet, but Alexia does so well here. She makes a really lovely run from midfield. Really nice connection with Jenny. It's on her right foot, not her favourite foot, but she does really well to get it on target. And of course, Jenny is not going to miss this wonderful goal from Barca, lovely team goal. Again, something that they deserve.
Well, and you could see Alexia there. She really had a lot of time and space to look up to see where she wanted to put it. Well, unfortunately, the ball for her, well, just hit the post. But as you said, Jenny there, well, always with an eye on the target, getting Barca's third goal of the match. It now means that Jennifer Hermoso has scored 5 goals in the Champions League, 16 in the league. Amazing record for Jennifer Hermoso. It's now 21 goals for her, top goal scorer for her team. And well, she started the season a bit slow due to injury, but well, she's got things going right after that, and she is unstoppable.
She really is. I mean, Jenny is just a fantastic player. Everybody knows her around the world. But for me, one of the best players with the ball. She never, ever loses the ball. It just sticks to her feet. Good, really good positionally, and just an out-and-out finisher. You know, something which I think her and Assisat can work really, really well together if Ruiz can fit them in the team at the same time. 2 completely different players. But for me, Jenny has to play. She has to be on the pitch.
Well, we were a bit uncertain if she would be playing today because she had been coming from injury. She got the medical all clear just before this match. Hold on, because City there with a good chance. And once again, good save there by Sandra Paños. By shot by Stanway.
But again, it's Lauren Hemp here. Always, when Man City have any kind of opportunity, Lauren Hemp is in the mix of it. And you can just see really nice run from Georgia. She just runs across the box, a little bit hopeful, trying to do a bicycle kick. But Lauren Hemp in the middle of it all again.
Well, offside there for Manchester City. There we see well, Sandra Paños will take that one to Mariona. It's now Kira Hamraoui to Mappy. Alexia. Well, from a great play from her came Barca's third goal. As well, from her rebound, Jennifer Hermoso slotted the third one home for Football Club Barcelona. And what a great result that is to go into that second leg next week, Emma.
Yeah, it really is. 3-0 cushion is exactly what you want going away from home. 2-0, as I said before, is still a little bit doubtful. You still have to be very, very careful, but 3-0 is a very nice result. And, you know, I think Luis Cortez will be very, very happy with the way his team has performed today, the result, and just the way his game plan has been executed.
Exactly. Executed perfectly by his players. And it's now Demi Stokes. Lost the ball, Barca in possession. Hamraoui switching it left, trying to find there Lika Martins. Good defending there by Bronze. And it was offside though. Lucy Bronze. To Rose Lavelle. And luckily, Emma, we haven't spoken much about Rose Lavelle since she's come on.
No, I mean, they're just not getting the time or the space to play, and that's down to Barca. You can just see there, though, what she can do. She's very, very neat and tidy player. But Barca aren't giving them an inch. They're like really, really chasing them down, and And they're doing it so well in the 91st minute as well. They haven't let up. They look extremely fit, Barca. They're still going 100%. And you know, I know this isn't their home pitch, but it looks like it's really suited them. The space of the pitch, it looks like a very large pitch, and they've just covered every inch of the pitch in the whole 90 minutes.
Well, the referee gave 4 minutes of added time, so 2 more minutes left until the referee blows the final whistle of this first leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And Barca are leading 3-0 thanks to the last goal by this player, Jennifer Hermoso. Came on the second half and has made an instant impact. It's now Lieke Martins. Closely defended by Mewis, World Cup winner. It's now Alexia. Alexia back to Martins. Now finds Mariona. Mariona in the middle of the park. Good there. By Barca's number 9.
Mariona's work rate today has been incredible. Like, for a player that is playing in the forward line, the amount of work she's done in midfield and defensively has been tremendous. We haven't seen that side of Mariona's game so much. We usually see her attacking all the time, but what she's done today here, and look at her, she's in the midfield there, she's covering Keira Hamraoui, who's supposed to be the pivotal anchor player, and she's actually behind Hamraoui covering her defensively.
Well, now we see that the striker for Barca is Pereira. So Patri is covering for her at the meantime, and while Sandra Paños taking her time. And Barca are very, very happy, and they should be, with this 3-0 win here in Monza. A few more seconds for this match to finalize. And it's now Abby Dalkemper.
I think Man City will definitely have to go back to the drawing board for next week's game. It's not impossible to come back from a 3-0 defeat away. It's certainly not impossible. They also have to be careful of not conceding at home.
Well, this is all here from Monza Stadium as Barca have beaten Manchester City 3-0 thanks to goals by Oshuala, Mariona and Jennifer Hermoso. The last one here coming in the 86 minutes. Make sure to tune in next Wednesday at 5 p.m. because on Barca TV Plus we'll be giving this game live. Well, Emma, what are your final thoughts of this match?
Well, I think it's fair to say